Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Flick Geeks Presents. I'm your host Johnny D, and as always fun to hear today on our podcast, Carlos Barajas.
Walking with Dinosaurs.
And we'll segue into that. So we're going to be reviewing this week 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment's Walking with Dinosaurs. The movie came out December. It came out on DVD last week. And again, thank you 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment for sending us a review copy of this film. So basically, the story is a very small but generic story. Story about a little dinosaur, and you just see him kind of grow.
Technically, if you have to be more precise, it starts with a story about like a paleontologist and his like nieces and nephews.
But the paleontologist is played by Dredd himself,
Carl Urban.
I
didn't see that one coming. I didn't even know he was in this
I didn't
movie.
even know.
I tuned in and I'm like, is that Carl Urban? I was like, is that Dredd? Bones? But sadly, they're on the screen for like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And it basically segues to this bird played by John Leguizamo doing a very bad Ricardo Montalban impression.
I was gonna say a very bad Latino voice, even though he is Latino.
He's trying to do his Ricardo Montalban, and he starts talking as a crow, telling this kid about the stories of dinosaurs, and then it segues into Dinosaur. Disney presents Dinosaur.
But boss, I mean, that's basically the whole story.
Yeah, it's a story about a dinosaur.
Voiced by Justin Long. Actually, the dinosaur voices, the mouth doesn't move. It's all just
because originally that was tacked on later. Oh, the original movie, because this is a BBC film. In case you don't know. Originally, they made this intentionally with no voice work. It was supposed to just be narration, like actual like narrator, like a Morgan Freeman like narrator, who just it was almost like a silent film.
Yeah,
and they animated that, hence why there's no mouth like lips.
That's what makes so much sense now.
Yeah, and that's how they originally created it for the UK. But when they sold the rights for America, the executives screened it and they said, you know what, put some voices on this because it'll attract the kiddies. It'll keep the kiddies' attention. Hence why the voice work is a little juvenile. Like the jokes, a lot of the jokes are very juvenile. And the mouth don't move because it's not supposed to.
Yeah, it makes so much sense.
Right. Way
so much sense now.
It's not a bad movie.
It's not. It's like the story is very generic, but I'm surprised they used real locations. They shot it all in New Zealand.
And parts of Alaska.
Yeah. And the effects are all CG. All the dinosaurs, obviously, they're CG. I don't think they're
real places with CG dinosaurs added in.
The CG was done by Animal Logic, who won the Oscar for Happy Feet. Did also work on The Matrix. They're the new company that does the Coca-Cola Polar Bear commercials.
Oh,
and they also did the Lego Movie. A lot of the Lego Movie effects, CG effects. So, Animal Logic's a good CG company. Really good CG company, and this movie does the work justice, I think. But the thing that I was really surprised about this film, I mean, since I didn't know it was supposed to be a whole narrated thing with no, what's it called? no dialogue. So it was very informative.
Yeah,
very informative.
Especially when the little girl breaks in and it was like, Apatosaurus, blah 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 blah. Like it tells you exactly like a bio of the dinosaur.
Yeah, I was watching. I'm like, oh my god, I'm learning things while I'm
educational news break.
See, I thought it was just a strict on like fucking kids movie, but there's some informative things that I was
like I said, little kids may enjoy this. I can see this as being shown in school.
Yeah. I mean, mostly.
Like first, second grade, little kids love dinosaurs. Who doesn't like dinosaurs? We all love dinosaurs when we were kids. Honestly, I think most adults will tune out with this movie. So I'm telling you, if you're an adult and you're not with children and you just want, I don't know if this is your type of movie, but if you're an adult with children and they love dinosaurs and you want something educational, something with edutainment, this one, like I said, the story reminds me very much of Disney's Dinosaurs.
Yeah, it was. I think it's been like 10 years.
Yeah,
more than 10 years since that movie came.
You know, it has like
that was a really generic story. Really, that was like okay. That was that's basically what Dinosaurs was. It was like a big budget Land Before Times.
And Land Before Time.
And this is a
big budget Dinosaur, which is a bigger budget
movie than
almost every
Disney
10 years.
Dinosaurs and Land Before Time.
Do you know that originally the same thing with Land Before Time? It was supposed to be without voices.
Really?
Originally, when Don Bluth was conceiving it, he originally wanted it to be without voices.
Kind of like a documentary.
Kind of what they wanted with this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But Spielberg made the call that he was like, you know what? Put some voices on there.
Yeah.
You know? So they changed it to have the voice of Littlefoot and Sarah and Petrie and all them.
And that fucking movie made like 20 of them after that.
Yeah. Seriously, there's 20 and the TV show. But so they put voices in that. So it's funny how we can never have a voiceless dinosaur film.
Unless you're in London.
Unless you're in London. You can't have no March of the Penguins of the dinosaurs.
But you know what? Even March of the Penguins had just voiceover. I mean, just narrative.
Yeah, narration, but it wasn't like no pink unless you're watching like March of the Penguins.
Oh, it was that's fucking awful.
But March of the Penguins. That's basically
Walking with Dinosaurs. That's what we're talking about.
Basically, what Walking with Dinosaurs was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the March of the Penguins.
Yeah, I mean,
just a narration as you let the dinosaurs do what dinosaurs do.
I mean, I think it would have worked better without the dialogue. I think because I mean.
Well, you can always turn off. You can always watch the movie like this without if you want.
And just make the sound effects yourself.
Did Justin Long and John Leguizamo hurt you that bad? I thought it was okay.
No, it didn't hurt me bad. I mean, it was okay. I really thought it was okay, but I mean, if it was originally meant without the narration, I would have just.
Were the poo jokes really offending you?
Actually, I think it's part of the 3D Blu-ray version. The non-dialogue version. I don't. I mean, I should know these things because I got sent these, but I didn't get sent the 3D one. I got sent just the Blu-ray DVD digital copy of Walking with Dinosaurs.
I know there's some 3D shots in here that are clearly.
Oh, it looks great. I mean,
when they throw stuff at you, like hell when the dinosaur got launched right now. You know, there's those effects there. You're like, that's clearly for the 3D.
Yeah. But all in all, the movie again very generic script, but I thought it's good. It's good. I mean, if you have small kids, I mean, you can just pop it in while you're cooking dinner, or
if you already own Land Before Time, if you already own Disney's Dinosaur, and you still want more dinosaur features for your kid, make
it a triple feature.
Yeah, you know, give them this one, and this one it's more not entertaining, but more educational. Than the rest.
It's way more educational.
This is for your child who wants to be a paleontologist.
Yeah,
he would dig this movie.
But all in all, so you would give this how much?
2 out of 5.
I probably would give it a 3 out of 5 for this film, but
it's like I said, it's well animated as well. It looks visually.
It's very very beautiful. Animal Logic. It's a CG company to look for.
Like I don't have any real flaw with this movie. The only flaw, like I said, comes in the story, and it's mostly just because. It's not for me, but like I said, not a terrible movie.
Mm-hmm.
Not a terrible movie.
It's not. Like I said, it's a rental, but if you really like it, go buy it. It's available right now. 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. The audio video quality, obviously, it's a digital film, so I mean, it was shot with the Fusion. It was shot with the Fusion camera, which is obviously the camera that used for Avatar. I think Tron Legacy and Resident Evil. One of the last two Resident Evil films. But it looks fantastic, and of course it's a digital transfer, so it's gonna look great on a Blu-ray. What's it called? The audio, same thing. It's booming with the T-Rex and all the beautiful sounds of dinosaurs just roaming all around the room. And I think it's great. It comes with special features. Yeah, special features to keep the kiddies and maybe adults entertained. You got interactive map, basically showing where all the dinosaurs were and where are these places today.
I don't think New Zealand even existed.
I have no idea.
I don't think there were dinosaurs in New Zealand. I think New Zealand was still the water.
Probably. We also got
the irony. I think that's the ironic thing, isn't it?
There's also a thing called the...
that it's filmed in New Zealand and Alaska, and I don't think there were dinosaurs in either New Zealand or Alaska. So I got you thinking there. You're like,
thank you.
Huh.
We also got a Brainosaur trivia track. So basically, you know, just informate like a pop-up video type track. If anybody knows what I'm talking like. We also got a match the call game, which obviously it's a game where you have to match the roar of the dinosaur. And also finally, the Ultimate Dino Guide, basically just an Ultimate Dinosaur Guide. And then the really big throwaway feature, which is mainly a kids feature, is the Nickelodeon Orange Carpet Dino Wrap. Whatever the hell that is. But again, we don't have kids. You have a niece and nephew.
Yeah, but she's grown out of the dinosaur phase. Like she's into the Disney teen shows right now.
How fun.
Yes.
Sorry, dude.
And my nephew's too
Your
young.
nephew can barely walk.
Yeah, he can crawl. Yeah, like he's right now. Dinosaurs haven't really entertained him. Cardboard boxes entertain him. So.
That's actually it would entertain anybody. To be
Yeah.
honest with you. Anyway, so honestly, 2 out of 5 for you, 3 out of 5 for me, and the all in all, the Blu-ray, it's good. It's good. Like I said, you can if you decide to check it out, go rent it first, and then after that, if you like it that much, definitely go buy this. It's also available in digital, in 3D, Blu-ray 3D, and regular Blu-ray DVD and digital copy on one box. So you could get that also, but for this, we just got the 2D version. So again, still just as good. Beautiful video, beautiful audio quality, and that should do it. So anyway, so we say rent it and check it out. So I guess that'll do it for this week's episode of Flick Geek Presents. So subscribe to us on YouTube. Just that button right there, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, right there.
Right next to the dinosaur pop-up trivia.
Thank you. Go to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Go to flickgeeks.tumblr.com, facebook.com/flickgeeks, and then follow us on Instagram and Twitter @flickgeeks. So until then, next time we're going to be reviewing Out of the Furnace, a complete different movie compared to a dinosaur film. It's starring Christian Bale, Casey Affleck, Zoe Saldana, and Woody Harrelson. So until then, again, thank you so much, 20th Century Fox, for letting us review this film, and check out the next 20th Century Fox film that we're going to be reviewing, which is Out of the Furnace. So until then, Johnny D,
Carlos Braz.
see ya.